Wow, Delta State. See how beautiful my state has become. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa.
A sustainable, renewed environment has remained a very important aspect of the smart agenda policy of the Delta State government. In managing the environment better, Governor Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa has recognized and adequately responded to the varying challenges in different parts of the state. These environmental challenges include those associated with oil and gas exploration, solid waste disposal and management, erosion and flood control, land degradation, deforestation, and the increasing risks from climate change. This passion and determination of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa to create a better, safer, cleaner and sustainable environment in Delta State has been made possible by consistently working closely with the Ministry of Environment, Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency, and RENEWAL and Environs Development Agency. The creation of the Ministry of Urban Renewal in 2015 is not only visionary but a proof of his purposeful drive to visibly and pragmatically transform the lives of Deltans and the face of urban centers across the state.
The agencies are well cut out. The whole essence is for us to drive development from various areas, from different angles, to achieve the same purpose.
In the last 6 years, the Okowa-led government has ensured that at least one city or urban settlement in each of the 10 federal constituencies has undergone comprehensive renewal, which have helped to ease daily commercial activities and consequently enhanced the economic growth and personal well-being of Deltans.
The infrastructural development of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa cut across the 25 local governments of Delta State. What is happening in Delta State is a replica of what's happening in Abuja. I've not seen such developments anywhere as far as the country is concerned.
Generally, Governor Okowa is a road master, and you can see in terms of infrastructural development, he had achieved a very high mark. The perennial floods, the drainages he has put in place is second to none.
With the determination to create a functional city center, give the state capital a facelift, and cater for the needs of its citizenry, the Okowa-led administration, through the Office of the Director General, Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency, Honorable Onyemechi Mrapo, has worked immensely in the sanitation and beautification experienced in Asaba.
A city should look nice. She deserves a lot of kudos, a lot of congratulations, and a lot of commendation. So we are fully behind her. Without that, Asaba would have become a jungle, and most of the places would have been unpassable, and a lot of humanity injected in some of the things done. If you are displaced here, another opportunity is presented for you to move over to another place. And she has the full support of Asaba people in what she has tried to achieve.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa is a godsend. Since he came into Delta State, things have changed, whether they like it or not. Whoever, even the blind, can feel it. Go around Asaba, you will see a difference in Asaba. Imagine the road, look at the beauty. Come to my area, Jesus save. There's a certain place that when it rains like this, maybe flood will carry small children, cars will sink. But come today is the thing of the past.
Today, the state capital is cleared of filth, illegal structures, and haphazard, brisk business premises, itinerant hawking, and public disorder. A good example is the building of shops by the state government, especially groceries and related products, provided in strategic places at an affordable rent.
I want to appreciate the state government for a job well done. This new building, I like it so much. It's very, very okay. Even people that we are along the road, they now build, they add more shops to what we have before to contain them. So they now pick all of them to come and enter the fruit shop. And they also add beauty to the state.
Now, this place is just be like Abuja. Everywhere they're very clean. our governor is trying. If they pass here, I will carry hand wait for him. I will praise him always. If I get up, I pray for him.
As part of efforts to sustain the initiative of the Delta State government for a transformed environment, Smart Delta Media Crew, with officials of the Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency, led by the Director General, Honorable Mrs. Onyemechi Mrakbo, and the founder of Fight Against Desert Encroachment FADE, Chief Newton Jibuno, took a tour of Asaba and environs to identify areas within the capital city where more trees could be planted and gardens set up to improve the aesthetic appeal of the capital city while promoting environmental sustainability.
The way the garden is a combination of all sorts of flowers.
We are not just going to plant and go away, because that has been the story. Not just here in Asaba, everywhere. People plant and they go away, and these trees, so that you find 40, 50, 60% mortality. Here we are going to ensure zero mortality, because we're going to have people on ground, not just for the planting, but for the nurturing.
We're probably going to be doing shade tree. The shade tree we expected to be planting about 1,000. Then other flowers like the red rose, the West Indies, the yellow ficus, the Moriah, we'll do a lot of it because that's the beautification itself.
On June 17, 2021, Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi, who was ably represented by the Chief of Staff, Honorable Festus Oviagas, and other top government officials, conducted the tree planting exercise to mark the 2021 Desertification and Drought Day with the theme, Little Garden Today, Little Forest Tomorrow. This was at the DLA Junction in Asaba.
I formally plant this tree here today to the honor and glory of God. Thank you, Jesus. With this symbolic gesture today, we expect our people to key into the Governor OKOWA'S program of transforming our environment. That is, of building a sustainable environment, a greener environment. We cannot continue to fell our trees. We cannot continue to throw away felled trees without replanting trees. So we have decided today to commemorate the day by starting small. But we hope that with this small gesture, it will grow into a bigger forest.
What we're doing here today has the very full support and empowerment of the state government. We want people to begin to live their life like nature prescribed. We want people to take cognizance of the fact that nature and environment is all about life. We want people to take ownership of their environment.
Nobody will look at this place and say the governor is doing bad, or the people working with the governor that are doing bad. No. In terms of beautification, at least we hail Honorable Mrakbo and our governor for the great job they did.
This sanitation also saw the demolition of the then Abraka market and its relocation to a larger expanse of land.
The place was already creating a security problem for us. I planned to secure Asaba that there was the need to cause that whole place to be bulldozed off and people there relocated to another part of Asaba. And that relocation has already been done and the place has been brought down. Now we are going to think through and see what development we have to put in that place to put it into good use.
Smart Delta Media team paid a visit to the new site and spoke with some of the traders. They shared their experiences of how they thought the relocation was a bad idea, but today, just like Moses of the Holy Scriptures, Governor OKOWA led them to their promised land. They named the market OKOWA Market after His Excellency the Governor.
We thank our governor. He do a lot up for us. He give us land free without charging anything. The former market, just some people give the houses to rent for traders. And we cannot feel control all the place because here everybody on that market I don't know where it's coming from and where it's going to. The market is big enough. What you have there no more than 2 acres because here you get more than 10 acres. Like some people will not get one shop now, we can get 2 or 3 or 5. The benefit is more than before.
This new market, I so much like the market. Past Abraka, space there here, everything fine.
What OKOWA do, you try. True. Here I pass Abaraka because the place, place we get one shop before, now then get two.
The Ministry of Urban Renewal is also at the front line of this task, led by the Commissioner, Chief Arthur Akbowo, in the company of the Chairman, Delta State Environmental Task Force and his team, recently embarked on an exercise to enforce the demolition of illegal shanties at the popular Koka Junction along Ibuzo Road, a strategic location of the city center.
This place is not approved market by Oshimili South or by Delta State government. They should go to Bogonogo, go to Yanga market, go to Middlefield market to go and sell their wares. They came here and they illegally occupied it, so we are legally removing them to go to a place where they can stay.
Before we enforce, we give them enough time. We serve them abatement notice. Normally it's supposed to be 3 weeks, then additional 1 week. But sometimes we give them 6 months because we know we are Deltans. We don't need to destroy our own selves. After today, it needs to be close monitoring to make sure situation does not repeat itself.
We are trying to sensitize so that they cannot get any conflict. We must abide by law. And when you look at the place, it's very haggard. When we want to tell ourselves the truth, we must say this is the entrance of the state capital, so it must be clean.
Smart Delta.
Wow. Delta State. See how beautiful my state has become. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa. Hello guys. Patrick, how all of y'all doing?
Patrick, how are you doing? Now you dey ask us now. Though you don't go abroad, come back.
My guys, have fun now. Man, as I return back, the whole place don't change.
It go change now when we get working governor.
Good roads everywhere.
Like me that they call her road master.
Man, you guys are looking transformed.
Like me that they call her transformer.
Who?
Governor OKOWA'S. I transform also.
Very true, because it creates a lot of job creation platforms where don't change our lives as youth for Delta State and make us even business owners and job creators as well.
And you know, despite the economic recession in 2016 and the COVID-19 global pandemic that grounded the economics of the world, Governor OKOWA'S is still building a smart, stronger, and resilient Delta.
Oh yeah, so Governor OKOWA'S, he don't make admission easy, create 3 university for Delta State. Now, so for Nigeria, now Delta State now be the state with the highest numbers of university. If now before, as read on the phone now, so flood, they be like saying a high sea we day for Delta, you know, particularly Asaba. Governor OKOWA'S don't build storm drainages, not only for Asaba, but for Wari. Governor OKOWA'S don't...
If this guy start OKOWA'S story, you know they finish, you not go come out here today.
Governor OKOWA'S matter. Not get end.
Smart Delta.
Still on the aim of achieving a clean, healthy, and sustainable environment in Delta, the Ministry of Environment, alongside other agencies led by the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Minio Sergi, embarked on a sensitization outreach on the need for proper handling and disposal of wastes in and around the environment.
If we catch una dirty inside this place, now everybody here will go for arrest. Today not be for arrest, today for sensitization. Who get this one now? Oh yeah, come about your own.
The sensitization train combed around the town and finally birthed at Cable Market, where traders were addressed by the Permanent Secretary on how to properly keep their refuse and dispose of them.
Today we know they arrest anybody. Now to explain, we dey call it sensitization. So now when we don't sensitize you, if we come next week, we no see bin, we no see say the dirty there for nylon, we don't see say una don't begin they use PSP. Now that's when we go begin the arrest.
After a successful interactive session, the traders pledged to work with the state government in achieving a cleaner and healthier Delta.
OKOWA'S government, they don't try several times, go and announce to us, may we try make our surroundings they clean. And they tell us may we get waste baskets so they put our waste bin so that everywhere go they tidy.
While still on the campaign, the team ran into a wheelbarrow pusher by the name Musa along Jarrett Road in Cable, Asaba, who was intercepted by members of the Waste Management Task Force on his way to dump refuse at the bank of the river. He was immediately escorted back to his destination, where they met Mrs. Amarachi Maduemezia, his employer. Madam Amarachi Maduemezia was immediately registered with the PSP assigned to that area and was further sensitized on the dangers of not properly disposing of waste.
Who give you that thing?
You will carry someone at 18 naira give me now. Okay, only the time give up.
Yes. Now the two with the top.
Yes.
Madam, why you know register? Get people where they carry that thing.
Get people where they carry that.
Why you don't register with them?
He registered. This week they never come.
You don't register.
Now you wait, Oga.
You not register. Who you come they give your daddy to if you not register?
Now outside people.
Outside people they come maybe.
So simple. This our story. You don't matter. Don't finish now. So you are not registered. You go follow us. Go office.
The exercise was very successful. We have seen that people are still using wheelbarrow boys around Cable area, and with what we have done, there's going to be a change.
The effective partnership of the state government with the World Bank to tackle the intractable problem of erosion and flood in metropolitan cities, towns, and developing communities is fast yielding great results. An example is the Medoma, Iwerebo, Owanta, Obonkpa, and Okunzo Gully Reclamation Project sites. The previously deplorable Owanta Gully erosion site that has caused severe environmental degradation today, however, stands as a tangible testimony as a 1.573 kilometer road has been constructed on it, in addition to 4 to 10 meters of drains that discharges into the Orogodo River. Honorable Chris Onogba, the Commissioner for Environment, recently during an inspection visit to the site alongside the contractor and the Smart Delta Media crew, expressed satisfaction at the quality of the job being done and said the transformation experienced in the community since the construction started is massive, with lots of economic activities that has picked up.
This intervention that happened now, a lot of people in this environment never thought that in their lifetime this intervention will work. From record, the first attempt was the Ogbemudi administration. That's many years ago. A number of persons around there may have given up. Of course, successive administration didn't look at it. But thank God we have a governor who understands that power truly belongs to the people. So if there's anything the government will do to put smile on the people's face, government will not hesitate to do that. What I have seen, I must tell you, I'm satisfied.
Getting to Ukunzu and Obonkpa erosion sites, the project manager on site, Igwe Kingsley, took us round and restated that the quality of materials used will stand the test of time. We also spoke to a resident, Monye Fidelis, who said the once eroded community is now a sight to behold, with well-laid roads and drainages big enough to contain a car.
Everything you see here is done with standard. Engineering started and finished here in terms of erosion control. You've seen the different segments that we have. We have the riprap, we have articulated block, we have the gabion, we have the big channel and the smaller channel, we have the drop structure. Everything encompasses the whole thing about erosion control.
Obonkpa has been transformed. Honestly, a tourist attraction center, because in the nearest future, if you come around this place, compared to what it used to be or what used to obtain here, it's marvelous.
Following NIMET yearly predictions, the ministry also took a step further to forestall the impending dangers of flooding. At a later date, the team promptly took a trip to inspect and assess the water level at the River Niger in anticipation of the perennial flooding. This was to sensitize the people and implore them to move to the upland.
The perennial flooding the state usually experience. But based on this immediate assessment now, I can say that the level of water is still low. But that is not to say that the flooding will not happen, that the volume of water will not rise. Certainly it will. But at this moment, it is still low And it gives us a lot of time to sensitize our people. It gives us a lot of time to make preparation, awaiting the flood that will eventually come.
The team further made a stop at OKOWA'S, a village located close to the bank of the river that has always suffered the effect of the perennial flooding. There, we spoke with Basil Onyeka, chief of the village, who said some people have to stay back to harvest their crops before moving to the upland.
Nobody will live in village, number one. And if the water come up, say we plant yam, plant cassava, plant everything here. And we go harvest before running.
The state government, through the Ministry of Oil and Gas, has also ensured that the people who live in the riverine areas have a healthy environment. As such, cases of emergencies like oil spillage, which is hazardous to the members of the community, are treated with the urgency it requires. The government has ensured a cordial relationship between itself, host communities, and IOCs. Opuama, a community in Warri North local government area, is a clear example.
I have seen a boom here so far. A boom is to contain the leak and prevent further spread. That is a positive one from the company. And I want to encourage them to actually get a JIV team together. That we have a very top government team here. Tells you that the governor is a people-oriented governor who listens to the yearnings of the people. And I'm very sure before too long, help will reach the community.
It is known that the economy of a place cannot grow without an active nightlife. With this in mind, the Governor Ifeanyi Okowa-led administration through the Ministry of Power and Energy has partnered with the independent power producer IPP to power the streetlights across Asaba and its environs. This not only adds beauty to the state capital at night, but also ensures safety as citizens go about their activities at night.
The governor has really done so much, and this light he did at night, it's a very welcome development, and we really appreciate it. It aids our businesses, it aids our movement.
This light is on every night. Before this present administration took over for the past administration, this light were dead. But as I'm talking to you right now, the light has been converted to NEPA, from NEPA to IPP. I thank my governor, His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, for making it possible for every debtor to enjoy it every day.
6 years down the line, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has remodeled the state landmark into an aviation hub, attracting widespread, viable socio-economic activities, building circles of roads, Olympic-sized stadium, mega drainages, legacy secretariat, star hospitals. Okowa has dressed Asaba in amazing beauty and has made it a hub for Nigerian celebrities, upcoming artists, and the entertainment world.
You can see structures going on anywhere. This shows that the governor is working, and he's also touching the life of ordinary citizens of the state. And what impressed me more is the Secretariat. It's one gigantic project that I want to use this opportunity to appeal to other governors to come to Delta and emulate such a project.
His Excellency, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa has truly made a salutary impact in promoting orderliness and urban renewal in the Delta capital by doing everything to ensure that we preserve nature for ourselves and the next generation. Today, the city is neat, orderly and attractive in social sanity. A stronger Delta is not just a dream, but a reality.
The feedback segment. Question of the day.
I want to thank the state government for the provision of Smart Delta Store, which has made the environment conducive and organized for businesses. If I may ask, is there any plan in building more of the stores for traders who are interested in having a space?
Sunday Ezekiel, thank you so much. I'm glad you agree that His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa has done so much. Beyond that, yes, he's ever willing to do more. There are different designs we have for different places, and I'm sure in no distant time before he leaves office, more or if not better than what we have at the different spots we come up.
It's important to get informed about what is going on in this state. If you're going to pass suggestions to us as government, your suggestions will be welcome. To know more about the Smart Delta team, follow Smart Delta on their various links.
Text your questions to 08121192133 or send with the hashtag #AskIt to all our social media platforms.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA'S they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA'S they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta, make the youth say them highlight. OKOWA'S. I see good roads everywhere in Delta, make the people say them cola. Everywhere, come live in Delta. Say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.